Hi, my name is Nur Fatia Sufyan.
Hello, my name is Puerto Valencia.
Hi, my name is Hina Azmina. Good morning or afternoon, everyone. Today, I'll be taking you on a journey back in time to explore the beauty and sophistication of Roman gardens. These gardens were not just places for growing plants. They were carefully designed spaces that reflect Roman culture wealth and a deep appreciation for nature and art. From grand villa courtyards to peaceful urban sanctuaries, Roman gardens play a significant role in daily life and continue to inspire modern landscape design. Let's dive in and discover what made these ancient gardens so special.
In ancient Rome civilization, during the early years of the Republic, the world's hardest meant a walled area of vast land connected to a residency where edible plants and vegetables were nurtured and cultivated. This tradition or custom was common in rural and near-urban centers. In 2nd century BC, Roman civilization learned new scientific and technical perception related to agriculture, botany, and medicinal herbs. Gardening in a Roman age creates many various practices in modern horticulture, such as topiary, espalier, planting in rows and cultivating plants in hothouses. Pliny the Elder wrote about Roman greenhouses, contents of beds mounted on the wheels which they were moved up into the scorching sun and then on ice-cold wintry days withdrew under the shades or frame glazed with translucent stone or mica. These hothouses were indefinitely built for Emperor Tiberius so that he could somehow enjoy cucumbers out of the season. The garden served as a sanctuary of serenity and calm while embodying various religious and symbolic significance. The Roman gardens were fuses of Egyptian, Persian, and Greek. They were made for Romans to show off one's class or superiority because it was influenced by Hellenization, leading to gradual combination of Greek and Oriental cultural elements, especially from Egyptian and Persian gardens into rural lifestyle. As Roman culture evolved and absorbed influences from foreign civilization via trade, the concept of gardens grew in popularity and ultimately flourishing in ancient Rome.
Roman garden typically divided into two distinctive categories: the enclosed garden and the open garden. Roman gardens were divided into three parts: the zestus, the gestation, the peristyle. The zestus was a place for leisurely strolls, exercise, and relaxation. The gestation shaded avenue for the housemaster to ride horseback or be carried by his slaves. The peristyles provided a covered walkway offering protection from the elements while allowing access to the garden. So what is the zestus? The zestus was a vital core element for a Roman garden, often overlooked a lower garden or an embellishment, bordered by variety of flowers, trees, and other plants, serve as an ideal location for a leisurely walk after a meal or other activities. Now, we're gonna talk about gestation. The gestation is the part where the owner of the house or mansion going for horseback or be carried by his slaves. It is generally surrounding the embellishment or was constructed as a separate oval-shaped open space. The path and walkways were constructed through the garden were made by loose small stones, gravel, and sand. And now about the peristyle. What is the peristyle? The word peristyle is from a Greek word where peri meant around and style means column. Serve as a space where it introduces the owner's superiority, aesthetic status, and interests reflected in the art, architecture and design of the certain garden, a type of open courtyard which is surrounded by high walls of columns supporting a portico, which means porch.
Okay, so next I would like to talk about the elements that contain in the Roman garden. The first one is the water elements. It was such a great significance to Roman garden. It is not viewed as a necessity of a life, but also a symbol of a beauty, purity, and tranquility, and enhance the ornamental value of the natural world. The example of these elements are water fountain and also the pool. Next, we have the vegetation elements, which played a big role in both aesthetics and practically. The various array of plants were planted, such as trees for shades and shrubs, which is for hedges, and also the flowering plants for color and fragrance. The example of these elements were shrubs and also the trees. As example, the myrtle, laurel, and also the vines. There are also the elements of Roman garden, such as pine tree, roses, cypress, saffron, thyme, and also the rosemary. On the other hand, we also have the hardscape elements, which is the marble. Marble often used as a decorative purpose, particularly fountains, sculptures, architecture elements, as well as buildings, walls, and also the paving. Next, we have stairs. A stairs is a common feature that serving functional and also the aesthetics purpose. It was designed to create a seamless integration between the house and also the natural life. We also have a sculpture, which is a prominent feature in all of the Roman gardens. It was made of marbles or stones. It was strategically placed to enhance the aesthetic value. It was often reflecting mythological scenes, animal or hero, and also the gods. Last but not least, we have also the Roman pillars, which is used to create a colonnade support structure like arcs and pergolas. It also provides a visual interest and a sense of grandeur. It could be served as a focal point and to display sculptures, fountains, or temples.
Okay, there's 8 key cultural aspects for cultural background on Roman garden. First is influence from other culture. Second is private and public spaces. Third is symbolic and religious meaning. The fourth is social and economic significance. The seventh is pleasure and relaxation. And the last is reflection of Roman values. Okay, there's 4 examples of Roman garden. First is Garden of Lucius. The third is Garden of Pompey and Herculaneum. And the third is Hadrian Villa. And the fourth is Villa Romana del Casale. The Roman civilization prioritized aesthetic and the functionality of each of the garden. They were known as the Baroque Garden of Roman. The focus or the main in the garden to show one social status. The bigger, aesthetically pleasing, and the most functionality garden were something they take pride of. Thus, only one who acquire power, status, and money influences could only afford maintain the garden. They find it pleasing, relaxing, excited to have a garden in their mansion. They could only make events, tea parties, and dinner, then stroll off to the garden to take a break and fresh air. Official meetings were initiated there too. Thank you.